Hi guys, reporting to you live from Jill Zarin's house in the Hamptons. We're currently in her bed right now.
In the control room.
In the control room. It's Stop Being Hateful. I'm Lori.
And Adam.
And we're we're gonna talk about a lot of things today. I did want to briefly mention to you, I didn't write this down in our talking points, but Stassi and Beau did get married.
They did.
They did get married.
She's no longer going to be a godless woman having a child out of wedlock.
She is a married woman. Congratulations on their nuptials.
That's funny. You showed me, you said like, oh, look at this cake that Katie made for Stassi. Was that for that?
Yeah,
was
it was
that
for her wedding. Yeah, Katie did like the whole after party reception thing, I guess.
After party, she had like 48 hours to plan for it.
I think this was their wedding date originally, and then they were supposed to have like an Italian venue, and I think they decided, obviously that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Stassi's canceled. We can't spend $40 million on
in the pandemic.
Yeah,
I think it's really the pandemic, but
Good point.
yeah, no, Katie made her I guess Stassi's been like craving maple and like waffles during her pregnancy, so Katie made her like this cake, and it's like, it looks gross. Like, I don't like maple syrup at all. I guess
thought it looked fine. To me.
It looked very dark to me. Like, it has like a waffle in it.
On the top, it looks like a giant stack of pancakes, and the waffle almost looks like a tap of butter on them.
I mean, it looks cute. I mean, if that's what she wants, that's good for her. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think I could be in the room with it. It would smell too sugary.
Oh wow.
There was a woman at work, and she like bought these maple candies, and she asked me if I liked them, and I said no, I don't like maple syrup. And she's like, ah. I was like, well, should I have? All of my coworkers were like, you should just lied. I was like, well,
they're delicious.
I was like, what if she made me try one with her? Like, I wouldn't have, I figured just better just be honest. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's, usually honesty is the best policy, but sell. You need to upsell things.
Not make any commissions.
It doesn't matter, it's for the store.
I guess. This guy at work today, he kept going, you're paying my mortgage. It's like, well, they're, like, that's not how a store works. Like, it was so infuriating to me. Like, every single, like, customer he was checking out, like, it was just, like, and it was funny at first, like, haha, like, what a cute joke. And then, like, after the third person, I was like, I'm really getting pissed off right now. Like, you need to stop.
This week on the agenda, we finished every season of Real Housewives of New Jersey on Hulu.
We did.
Woo!
And it felt very,
Holla.
Holla.
We can't high five.
But, like, it felt very, like, quiet. The end, like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought there'd be more fanfare when we finished, but we just watched the reunion. I expected another episode to come on, and it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
Now I feel a hollowness in my heart.
Well, let's just talk about what we witnessed in the reunion, because honestly, it was very disheartening for me for
Didn't feel like as dramatic.
It just felt, I was kind of sad. And not because the show was over, it's just because, Teresa has, fallen back into her old ways. And I'm not going to say it's the Daniel Staub poison, but it might be.
I mean, Daniel Staub poison. I just think it's so funny how they were like, oh, we're going to bring down the newly divorced. Like, the marriage didn't even last.
Yeah, we should touch on that. Danielle Staub's marriage lasted 2 months.
Wait, did it? I want to pull that up. I don't actually know how long.
No, that's what they said.
It did?
Yeah.
All right. That's so... I truly do... I don't know if we talked about this on the last episode, but I think about that scene with Joe Gorga where he's like, Marty, we're kidding. It's a test to see if you really love her. And then it immediately, editor troll cuts to the talking head where he's like, that was not a joke.
We were not joking.
We were dead serious. That scene lives rent-free in my head, and I can only imagine how upset Danielle must have been watching it, but how I feel like Marty probably would have laughed.
Marty must have laughed at that point because he was already divorced by the time that show aired.
Marty seems like a lawler. He seems like he gets it.
Yeah.
You have to be...
I don't know.
When he's not with Danielle.
When he wasn't with Danielle, he was making some outrageous comments about Margaret
But
Joseph.
They just sounded like Danielle.
I mean, yeah, but still, she wasn't there.
I mean, he was pussy poison. What can you say?
He was pussy poison. That Danielle stuff had a grip on his
she had a gorilla grip on his soul.
But it was just weird because I just didn't like it because Teresa was, she after she got out of prison, it seemed like she had perspective, and she was like, I don't want to argue with Melissa. I want to be around my family. I want to have fun. And it just seems like all this season she's letting people come in between her and her sister.
And also taking things that aren't even about her and Melissa and you know what I mean? It's your issue with Jackie doesn't have to affect your relationship with Melissa. You cannot like Jackie and have that be independent of your relationship with Melissa.
And it was weird because Melissa would say things like, I don't think what Jackie said he was wrong, and every time we talk about it, I tell her that you hurt my sister-in-law and that wasn't cool. like that's what Melissa does. But then you see Teresa, and Teresa's just like, oh yeah, fuck Melissa to Jennifer, fuck Melissa to Dolores. She's like, fuck
she's
Melissa
really
to Danielle Staub.
Town, like...
Yeah, she's like she should have stuck up for me. It's like, you don't stick up for her, and then she's just on a different side of a conversation. Usually they don't even have to do with her, you know, like Margaret.
They're never about like
Margaret and Danielle, and it's like Teresa decides to go at Melissa.
I think Teresa sees like, I think that for her the relationship like isn't as important to her as it is to Melissa.
I don't know if it's not as important. It's just like it doesn't. Yeah, maybe it's just not as important, or maybe it's more important to Melissa obviously because of Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's weird that it's not as important to Teresa because of like it's such a like it's like so weird that it's not important to her to like have her brother's partner be like a part of her life. Like it's so much easier. Like I have an older brother. Like I mean I guess it's probably different if it's your younger brother, but like you know I have a brother who has a girlfriend or a fiance, and it's like, and I just like, and I know us getting along, like we do get along really well,
and that helps. Luckily, because then you two can, because like if there's like a spouse that doesn't like a sibling, then like
what do you do with that person?
Yeah,
like,
the two of you are gonna hang out, and the third one's gonna be uncomfortable or just not be there. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not
like,
a tenable situation. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it just makes things so much. It's like I don't understand like why Teresa isn't like out of convenience. I will be cordial to you.
Yeah, and you know, and that just made me sad because it's such a stray so far away from like the namaste stuff she was doing, which leads me to I was listening to you. You know, you're sitting behind me on the couch. You're going through Instagram, and I hear the new taglines for season 10.
You rubbed me the wrong way.
No more namaste. And it's just like that's not good, Teresa. Like,
she's been running with the namaste thing for a while.
But it's like the whole point of the namaste thing is like I take the good with the bad. Everything washes over me, and I take it on as it is.
She hasn't really understood that.
She's just like you pissed me off. Fuck that.
That part in the yoga certification course she just missed.
Yeah, she did not understand that part.
She did not get it. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's, for me, that's why I've always been, like, a little bit confused by her. Because it's like, you just make your life 10 times harder than it needs to be. And, like, even with the legal stuff, it's like, you spent an egregious amount of money and you made, like, not to say Joe Giudice isn't like at fault for what they did because he is the one that like
he deceived.
He's the
original deceptor.
Yeah, but it's like you don't think he felt pressure because you needed these glamorous like
because you're maxing out all the credit cards.
Yeah,
and, like,
it's kind of like you don't see how your choices ultimately play a part in your down you're you know like the things that happen to you aren't just out of thin air. Like it's not everybody going against you.
No.
And like this thing with Danielle, I don't get it. Like if this was my friend or my sister-in-law, I'd be like, are you a moron?
Like, how have you let... I don't understand how she's let her back into her life.
It's
so thoroughly, like, into every aspect of her life.
I mean, because Danielle definitely has a pattern. Like, I think this season
she has
really
a pattern.
did see her pattern.
She snuck in when Teresa's mom was sick. I understand that.
Yeah.
But the fact that she can't, like, nothing Danielle does, you know, like, the fact that Dolores, who's, like, the biggest
family.
the biggest brown noser of them all, flips on... Is never been stopped.
Never been nice.
Never been stopped, and then flips on Teresa when Danielle starts throwing glasses and like Jennifer starts like breaking stuff.
It's so.
Teresa didn't see that. It's like when your Patterson bestie isn't like on your side. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's just like it doesn't make any sense to me. I do just think like, and then when when Danielle feels threatened, she does like make up like a lie. She takes like a thing that did happen that is true, and then like changes it and twists it to like make like with Margaret, where Margaret's like, yeah, I said if you can't trust anybody, then don't trust anybody. I guess I said, don't trust Teresa and Melissa in that. Like, I guess you could interpret it that way, but that's not what I meant or what I said.
Yeah. So this is leading me to just a question for you as your producer.
Oh, okay.
You know, as your producer, I'm thinking, you know, we had a transitionary period after we ran out of Vanderpump Rules to watch.
Yeah.
And Teresa has sustained us through some dark times in the pandemic recently.
I think, when did we start watching Real Housewives of New Jersey?
Over the summer, May or April.
Yeah, I think they've been with us through the good times and the bad times.
Mostly bad, but yeah. But with you it's all good, babes. But anyways,
it's not because it's not reflective of our relationship.
No. But I don't know if New York is going to be the same like lifeblood for the podcast. I'm just not as interested.
I can see the disconnect in it for you.
Ramona and the Countess just annoy me. Jill Zarin is just like...
Maybe we can start Orange County.
maybe Orange County.
That's got like a chaotic energy to it.
All I know, or I don't know if we could even do this, but like skip to the lady with no leg.
Aviva? No, because you have to watch all of it. You have to understand the history.
But I just want to see her pull that leg off.
But you need to know the context of it.
I guess, but
see, that's the thing about like you can't like. That's why when people are like, "Oh, I
got like a high point of the series ruined for me."
Adam watched the one clip of Aviva Drescher throwing off her leg, and he's been like, "Can we just get to that part?"
Yeah, I need to see that shit.
Like,
I need to see the context.
It's like when we're watching a movie and then I Google the ending on Wikipedia.
Yeah. You don't know like how the climax got there. It just tells you like Megamind gets shot in the face.
Stop.
But
Megamind doesn't get
Ramona
shot in the
just,
face, you guys.
I don't like the Ramina stuff. I don't really think she's mean, but like I do get the accusation that she's on pills.
She's not on pills. Her eyes just look like
she
that.
might not.
She might have a thyroid.
But it's just
problem.
also her actions.
Yeah.
You know, leaving, just like, I'm just gonna leave, that's very much like a crackhead shit. Like,
no, it's not.
She's like, I'm just gonna leave, someone's making me feel awkward, I'm just gonna hop this fence and get out of here.
Silax.
Yeah.
I have to be honest with you, I could watch them all day. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to watch a TV show that is just Simon and Alex Van Kempen.
But they're gonna have that annoying music with it the whole time.
First of all, am perplexed by the names they have given their children. I think the name that you gave your child is very important, and it really does shape, like...
Are they still in the season? Are they still on the show?
Why don't you tell me what you think? Yeah, you're right.
But
like, you know what I mean? Like, the choices that you make, you really do have the biggest, as a parent, like, have the biggest impact on your child's life. Yeah. Like, nobody will ever beat you.
Yeah.
And you chose to name your children Francois and Johan.
And I get pissed because they, like, first of all, Simon grew up in Australia.
His accent is not Australian.
His accent's not Australian. Accent. He has like this like posh like.
I've never heard anybody in Australia
no
ever
one talks
like that.
He never says dog cunt. Like no one, like no, you know what I mean?
That's how you know he's fake.
That's how you know he's not real Australian. But then on top of it, Alex, right? And like I've never heard of like an Australian named Francois.
I don't even know anybody named Francois.
Or Johan. You know, it's like it doesn't make any sense. The other one is Alex. Like she's like, oh yeah, my parents have like a house in the Bahamas, which is like okay. That's also not a Johan or Francois.
They're just like so up their own asses. It's like, and you can tell they love the Hamptons, but they like are just like, this beach is too rocky.
Yeah, they went to the beach in episode 2.
It's like, shut up, you know you fucking love it.
Like, and they were just, I don't know, Simon got thrown by an Atlantic wave.
Season 2, episode 1, they rent a beach house. I don't even know if you can call it that. It really looks like a halfway house. It's truly awful. I feel like that woman stole money from them.
They kept on talking about like how like, oh, we can't have our kids here. This place would be too scary for our kids. And it's just beach. Like it's like the Atlantic Ocean. It's like
the beach would be too scary for your child who like stabs hamburgers. Like yeah, I'm sure he'd friggin' be terrified.
Screaming and stabbing the water.
Literally, like I have a 3 and a 2-year-old that live with me, my niece and nephew. I don't even know how you would get them to that point where they would like be. You know what I mean? Like, what would you like? How would you?
They have like dark machinations. Those children, Johan. they know their names are they know their names are Johan and Francois, and they're just like, hey, really get back at Mama and Papa. Like they're.
And yeah, my mom makes me whenever I ask for apple juice, she makes me say jus de pomme.
She talks to me in a language I don't understand.
My au pair never gives me animal crackers.
She's always like, no. Oh my goodness, we have special guest, producer Kennedy. So, Kennedy, what do you think about the show? She's gone. Goodbye to special guest, producer Kennedy.
Why are you whining?
She's probably heard us talk about Silax.
She doesn't like them either.
I don't like the name Silax.
I
gave him that name?
I don't know, but it is really funny to me. It's like such a thing you do with your friends. But, yeah, it's like when they talk about how much they hate the Hamptons and how they're like, oh, we're so much used to St. Bart's. Producer Kennedy does not want to be picked up right now. She's making that very clear through her actions and also through her words.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like when they talk about like, oh, we hate, like, it's like you.
We have little equator babies. It's like, your children's skin is as white as the driven
really
snow.
White.
It's like you're not like they need the whole bottle like SPF 75. You need to slather that shit on.
Their obsession with shopping together really does. I know I say this a lot, but it does dark me out. Like, I don't really get why you need to go shop. Like, I love you, but, like, I don't want to go shop. Like, it's like, if I have a desire to go shopping, I'll go shopping by myself, and I'll trust myself enough to buy something that I think looks good.
Alex just seems like... It seems like you could hang out with her, but she's so codependent that it's like...
We should watch their,
I don't know. It's like, it doesn't make any
therapy
sense.
Segment.
I don't know. They really peeve me. But, like, not... They peeve me less than the Countess, and, like, I don't like the Countess. I hate the fucking song you play by her.
Viva la diva.
Exactly. Like,
Viva la diva.
We gotta go all the way through the refrain? Okay.
Diva.
And, you know, she's just a lot. You know, she's, like, drinking champagne at 11 in the morning, and not with, like, orange juice.
She's
like,
not drinking it with any food at all.
No, she's just, like,
champagne.
unironically, like, I need champagne. I'm a countess.
Which is a title your husband
yeah,
purchased.
They bought so they can get some clout at the UN. They influence, like, where, like, you can dump uranium in, like, the Czech Republic. They're like, I'm a count.
I think it should be in Estonia. Like, that's a major city.
He's like, no, I'm a count. I'm gonna put it right.
Her husband
right in the Balkans.
So, like, he looks so ghastly. Ghastly. I don't like the way he looks.
Yeah, no, he looks like a Bond villain. He looks like the guy that Bond like kills the Bond villain's accountant. You know, he looks like the guy he kills to get the information on him.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go back to Ronje. And it's like, even talking about it, I don't feel like excited. Like, this is like not an exciting conversation for me to have about Housewives in New York.
New York, yeah.
Which, like I know,
talking points and just. Yeah.
It's just me being like, I hate these people. I would make fun of them endlessly if I met them. Like,
it's the whole
even Bethany, I'd be like, I would make fun of you. Like, you're a ridiculous person to be around.
Well, Bethany, here's my thing, right? Is like this whole show, they keep talking about like socialites and social circles, and I'm just not really interested in that. But Bethany just seems like she doesn't have any of her shit together, and it's kind of crazy, and I think that's kind of fun to watch. She's the only person I'm like, okay, let's see what she does, let's see what she says. You know,
she definitely seems to be a little unhinged.
Is she the Teresa of New York?
She is so popular that she leaves to go have her own TV show and then gets a talk show.
Is it still on there?
No, it's not. But, like, you know, that's, like, to give you an idea of how popular she was at one point, that was even, like, an idea.
I mean, my mom knew who she was.
Yeah, like, Adam's mom was like, oh, Beth.
Oh, Skinny Girl, yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, I mean, that's, like, a big brand for women. Like,
just to have your brand be identified, like, that your face is identifiable with your brand instantly is pretty impressive.
I mean, like, most women know what a Skinny Girl cocktail is. Like,
what is it?
It's like a mojito or something. I don't know. I don't drink.
I'm not most girls.
Yeah, I'm not like most girls. I don't know what's in a Skinny Girl. But, like, you know that brand or whatever.
I wear Vans and leggings. I'm not like most girls.
I have holes in all my leggings. I have to buy new ones, but I did buy a new pair of Vans recently. But yeah, I just don't care. I don't like any of these people. I would hardcore troll them if I knew them.
When is, like, you know what I'm going to say, what I'm actually excited for, the new...
Aviva?
No.
Oh, the new season?
No, the new series.
The new of Salt Lake City?
Yes.
I think it's soon.
Because that, I feel like, I feel like out of all the places, other than maybe, like, Atlanta,
maybe we should watch Atlanta.
It's going to be focused on family.
Yeah. I mean, Atlanta really isn't focused on family, but it's not. We should watch Potomac. Mm-hmm. I hear a lot of good things about Potomac.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like we should... I mean, like, Ashley Darby's relationship alone, I feel like there's a wealth of information there.
Don't know who it is.
The guy... Remember the thing I was talking to you about? The girl who smells her husband's underwear?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty salacious right off the bat.
Yeah, she's having another baby with him, so, you know...
You know, if it works, it works.
But there's nobody that's... I feel like it's, like, there's such, like, a way about the Jersey people that, like, really does, like, interest me.
Well, you just like making fun of Italians.
I do. But I'm not denying it. But Marge is an Italian. Jennifer is an Italian. Jackie is an Italian.
Good point.
I like there's just, like, there's something about, like, this dynamic that they've got going, which I think is really interesting between, like, this old school mentality and this, like, newer way of thinking.
This, like, the modern woman versus, like, the traditional, like,
yeah, and I really
family.
like that. Like, I like watching, like, oh, Melissa Gorga is somebody who kind of had an unconventional upbringing. Like, you know, she had a tragedy early on. Like, she really is, like... And she, like, knows, like, she can't be dependent on Joe forever, so she chose to, like, do this business venture, which is, like, working out pretty well. I mean, like, you can buy. I mean, the store's still open, so.
Yeah, unlike many Real Housewives ventures.
Yeah, unlike I don't know, they're all escaping me. Fabellini.
So I feel like we've talked about all of our Bravo, updates. Did we watch any other good media? I know we started Ice Age, but we didn't get into that. Scrat is like the greatest,
Ice Age.
The greatest chaotic character of all time.
Ice Age movies. I went to go see the one with Queen Latifah in theaters, and I just remember like being like 8 or 9.
I saw that in theaters too.
And I went to go see it with my mom's family, like with family friends and like my mom's kids.
The possum angle was so
yeah,
stupid.
I just like remember sitting in the theater and being like, I want to die.
Oh,
like
the
I'm
mammoth is a
9
possum.
years old and like I want to die. Like I cannot fathom why anybody would make these movies, but I heard they're really big in Russia.
That makes sense. I feel like that makes sense.
And that's why they kept making them. Nicki Minaj is in one of them, isn't she?
That's news to me.
Because it's like, that TikTok thing where she's like, she's a mammoth, of course. That's from her talking about her character in Ice Age.
Actually, you're not talking about Queen Latifah.
No, it's Nicki Minaj.
Rapper.
No, it's Nicki. Let me Google it.
What I think we started There Will Be Blood, which Lori has told me many times is her favorite movie, but she doesn't know any of the characters or what happens in it.
It is. I like to look at it.
I like how unsettling the music is.
Yeah, I used to like taking edibles and putting it on and then like going to sleep.
But we watched Fargo, which is which is
literally like a movie that
both love that movie.
Makes me like.
That's just a fun movie.
Wow, she's 37 years old.
Steve Buscemi with his crazy eyes, going back.
Ice Age, Continental Drift. Yeah, it's Nicki Minaj as a character in it.
Oh wow. What did she play?
Drake is in it.
Drake is in it too?
Yeah, he plays
Must be big.
Ethan.
Ethan.
Nicki Minaj plays Steffi.
Oh, Steffi.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
The classic characters, Ethan.
Ice Age, Continental Drift.
That movie must be.
She's got like a hibiscus flower in her hair. Jennifer Lopez is also in it.
Let me see. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez is like a saber-toothed tiger.
I feel like I've seen 5 of these movies.
Drake is like Drake is another mammoth, I think.
Yeah, see, I've seen like 5 of these movies, and I don't know any of the characters.
Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like I've seen all of them, but I can't tell you a single detail about it. Although I do remember in my Spanish class, no, that wasn't Ice Age. That was the other movie, Shark Tale. We watched it, but we couldn't get the Spanish version, so we just watched it with the Spanish subtitles.
It's like, oh, Martin Scorsese.
Is Martin Scorsese in that movie?
Yeah, he's like the mobster fish. He's like the mobster.
Yeah, that's
fish.
a good movie.
It's not made by Martin Scorsese.
No, it's not.
You remember when what's the guy's name? Woody
Allen.
He made Ants.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Didn't we watch that?
No. I've never seen Ants. I see. Bug's Life is great. Bug's Life, A1 movie.
But that came out after Ants.
Doesn't matter. Who cares?
Riding on the coattails of his success.
Knowing the 3-year-long process that animated movies used to take, I doubt it.
I love Bug's Life.
Bug's Life.
That movie's so good.
It's a good
movie. We have
movie.
Disney Plus. We should watch it.
No one gets shot in the face.
Nobody gets. Okay, Adam. We were on a date.
Yeah,
like the first month we were together,
first.
Our first few months of dating, and I was like, we were at Adam's old apartment, and we were watching Megamind for some reason because I had never seen it.
And it starts off with Will Ferrell's character Megamind falling from the sky, trying to grab a gun out of the air as he's falling.
It's not a gun; it's like a ray gun.
But you don't know that.
I know it. Yeah, but
she didn't know that, and she goes, "Oh my god, does he die?"
That's very convincing.
And because that's how the movie starts, is he's falling to his death, and I go, "Yeah." She was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He gets shot in the fucking face, and Lori almost started crying.
I'm a very sensitive person. Also, it's important to note that at this point in the relationship, I was like, oh my god.
She didn't know my shenanigans.
And also I was like, oh my god, I'm in love with this person, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes and lies to me and tells me that Megamind is gonna get shot in the face.
And I didn't really remember this, but at the end, someone does point a
Somebody does point a gun at him!
Inches
directly
away
at his face!
And then he doesn't get shot, and Lori went, and I was like, it's a bit, he's getting shot, it's a kid's movie.
I don't know. I've seen kids movies are dark.
All right, we're gonna save some face here and call it an episode.
What? All right. Let's play DJ James Kennedy.
I'm Adam.
Oh, I'm Lori.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Adam's gonna get shot in the face after this.